What's up, everybody? It is me, Mr. Henrik Fan, and welcome back to another video. What's up, everybody? It is me, Mr. Henrik Fan, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is Nascar Diecast Unboxing Episode 35. So for this episode, I'm going to be doing 10 cars, so let's go ahead and show them off. Anyways, the first car is going to be the 2017 Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Fifth Third Bank. Alright, the second car is the 2017 Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Little Hugs. The third car is the 2018 Darrell Wallace Jr. U.S. Air Force. The fourth car is the 2018 Darrell Wallace Jr. Farmer John. You guys can see the pattern. Alright, the fifth car is the 2018 David Reagan FreightAuctions.com. The sixth car is the 2018 Matt DiBenedetto Plan B Sales. The seventh car is the 2018 Austin Cindric Ford. The eighth car is the 2018 Austin Cindric Pertec. The ninth car is the 2018 Ryan Blaney Body Armor. And finally is the 2018 Kyle Larson Credit One Bank Daytona Salute, not Chicagoland. Alright, let's go ahead and get these unboxed and reviewed. Alright, I just unboxed the first car, which is the 2017 Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Fifth Third Bank. So here's the car. Alright, man, this paint scheme, I love this paint scheme. Like, this is by far, like, in the last couple years, this scheme always looks amazing. And I don't know if it's just me, but I just love this paint scheme. And, I mean, I do have the Talladega race win, but I always wanted to get the regular paint job of this with no confetti, no race stuff to go along with the Talladega win. Man, this car is just so nice. Like, man, really nice. Definite thumbs up for me. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the next car. Alright, I just unboxed the second car, which is another Stenhouse car, which is the Little Hugs machine. So here's the car. Alright. Now, I gave a lot of praise to the Fifth Third car. But, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this car. Now, it was... okay, I'm going to be honest, I kind of only got it because it was $2 on Plan B sales. Because they had, like, a sale, I don't remember when, probably around, like, April, I think. And this car was $2, and on... okay, for $2 for this car is easily a good deal. But this is definitely not one of his better paint schemes in the last couple years, in my opinion. So, I mean, if you're a Stenhouse fan, I could respect you getting this, but in my personal opinion, there's better Stenhouse cars than this one. Like the Fifth Third, and even the Fastenal from this year, I think that's a better car than this. Maybe it's just me, but it's just I don't know, something about it I'm just not a big fan of. So, and you know, another comparison is Sonny D. Like, that car is definitely better than the Little Hugs. I'd be a little shocked if, I mean, I could respect your opinion, but I'd be a little shocked if anyone put this car ahead of Sonny D. So, that's just what I personally think. But for $2, definitely worth its price. But, in my personal opinion, there's better out there. Alright, let's go ahead and go off to the next car. Alright, I just unboxed the third car, which is the 2018 Darrell Walls Jr. U.S. Air Force. So here's the car. Alright, time to be honest again. This car is a really nice paint scheme. And I know it's been ran the last 5-6 years, and I've never had the diecast for it. That's crazy for me to say. I've never had the paint scheme for this until now. But this car, I could see the argument of it being starting to get repetitive, but I just love the paint scheme. Something about it just makes me love this paint scheme. Again, maybe it's just me, but I mean, this is a nice paint scheme for sure for Bubba. I don't think it's his best paint scheme, but I do think it is a good paint scheme for sure. I don't know where I would put it, but I definitely like this paint scheme more than others. So, alright, let's go ahead and go off to the next car. Alright, I just unboxed the fourth car, which is the 2018 Darrell Walls Jr. Farmer John. So here's the car. Alright, I'm going to be honest again. This is yet another good car for Bubba. I mean, this is a simple paint scheme, but I actually like it because the color scheme with an RPM twist, I think it works. Again, is it the best paint scheme he ran? No, I don't think so. I think the best one he ran is the click and close of 2018. I mean, I don't really like purple, but that car looks so nice. But we're not going to talk about that car. We're going to talk about the Farmer John. It's a simple yet really nice paint scheme. So definitely another thumbs up for me. If I recommend you to pick it up, I definitely would recommend it. So let's go ahead and go off to the fifth car. Alright, I just unboxed the fifth car, which is the 2018 David Reagan Freight Auctions. So here's the car. Alright. I'm gonna be honest. This car is probably not the most bland car, because there's another bland car coming up. But this car, I definitely like that it's an underfunded driver for sure. Or a lower team cars, because I love picking up those cars. But this isn't the best paint scheme for a lower team car. But I can understand at the same time. I recommend it, especially if you're like one of the stop motions or like an Instagram diecast series kind of people. I definitely would recommend this car for that reason only. But if you're like, or a Reagan fan, but if you're like a collectors, and I don't know if there's any other Reagans made last year. I don't know if this was the only one. I mean, if my memory is right, I don't think that this is the only one. Maybe it was, I don't know, but if this was the only one, I don't believe so, then I definitely would recommend picking up for that reason only. But it's definitely not the best paint scheme for sure. But it's definitely cool to have, again, if you're a Reagan fan or you need it for a diecast series. I would understand for that reason too, but definitely not his best paint scheme though, if I'm going to be just genuine honest. Alright, let's go ahead and go off to the next car. Alright, I just unboxed the 6th car, which is the 2018 Matt DiBenedetto Plan B Sales. So here's the car. Alright, I am not in any order a fan of pink, but this paint scheme actually looks really cool. And I also love that Plan B Sales is on the car too. It makes me like it even more. And I think it's also cool that they added a little bit of like name detail over here and over there. And even on the hood. Like, I think that's really cool that they could do that. This is definitely a paint scheme. One of the ones I would recommend the most. Absolutely recommend to pick that one up. Out of all of these, I definitely think this would be top 3 of the ones I would recommend you picking up the most. This would definitely be top 3. Alright, let's go ahead and go off to the 7th car. Alright, I just unboxed the 7th car, which is the 2018 Austin Cindric Ford. So here's the car. Okay. As I said, there was a more bland car than the freight auctions, and this car would sadly be it. Like, this car is definitely the worst car out of the list. It's just too plain for my style. But I got it because I don't think I've said this, but I'm also a Austin Cindric fan, along with like Blaney. Mainly because of the same reasons as Ryan Blaney. I always like to support the drivers that are from my home state. I may not be the only one who likes to support drivers that are home state, but I just do. Fan of his, fan of like Dave Blaney, Ryan Blaney. There's just, oh gosh, what's Sam Hornish Jr. And there's so many more, but long story short, I got because it's Austin Cindric. Not a fan of the paint scheme. Just love it because it's Austin Cindric. And I'm so happy again he won at Mid-Ohio and Watkins Glen. I mean, he's for sure an excellent road course ringer if he's anything. He'd probably be a road course ringer. I mean, he even beat out AJ Allmendinger, which I'm also a fan of that driver, so it was awesome to see that finish between those two at Watkins Glen. But, off topic here. Not the best paint scheme, but I got because of Austin Cindric. Let's go ahead and go off to the next car. Alright, I just unboxed the 8th car, which is another Austin Cindric car, and it's the Pertec car. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright. Now this car is a way better paint scheme than the Ford, but hold on. I think it has the same side end design. It does. Huh, just different colors. Huh, that's a little bit weird. But I definitely like this color scheme more because it's actually colorful. It is yet another lazy, plain paint scheme. But, I mean, it's better. It's a better version than the Ford car. Because I think it's just less plain, I would say. And, again, I didn't realize it until just now that it has the same side end of our side design, so. But yeah, this car is definitely better. I don't think it's still a great paint scheme, but it's not necessarily so terrible, because it actually has a little bit of color to it and makes it less bland and plain and lazy. Well, yeah, this car's pretty lazy, but it's not plain. But yeah, let's go ahead and go off to the 9th car. Alright, I just unboxed the 9th car, which is the 2018 Ryan Blaney body armor. So here's the car. Alright, I'm going to be a little bit honest with this paint scheme. I think, and we're going to include this year's too, I think this car is better than the one he's running this year, or he ran this year. Because, I don't know, the one this year, I just think it's a little too much for what I like. This one is, I mean, it's a more of a simple paint scheme, and it's not trying a lot. So, but I definitely do not think this is his worst paint scheme, though. But this definitely isn't his best. I definitely do think it is top 5, top 3 maybe, I could see the argument. But I definitely don't think this is his best car. But it's not necessarily bad. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the last car. Alright, I just unboxed the last car, which is the 2018 Kyle Larson Credit One Salute, the Daytona version. So here's the car. Alright. I definitely like this car. I mean, it is kind of a little bit, like, they added bits and pieces compared to the regular, like, red instead of blue. But I actually do like this paint scheme. Because, I mean, it kind of blends in well, and I like the firework. I don't think it's better than the one he ran at Chicagoland. Oh no, why did I mention the slide job? Oh well, you know what? Forget it. I was not happy that day. But anyways, this car is definitely a nice paint scheme. I definitely don't think it's better than the Chicago car. That's the last time I'll say it. But it's honestly not a bad car either. I mean, I really like it. Don't think it's his best, but I definitely don't think it's his worst. So, it's definitely more towards the thumbs up for me rather than the thumbs down. So, well, that's it, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of NASCAR Diecast Unboxing Episode 35. Make sure you leave a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.